السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. كيفكم شباب وصباح، شو أخباركم؟ اليوم جبت لكم مباريتين مهمة جدا 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 لفريق فالكون، الأولى مع فريق برو والثاني مع فريق فيتاليتي. طبعا بمجرد ما يتأهل في حال التأهل من خلال هاي المباريتين وصل للنص نهائي، ولكن المباريات كانت جدا صعبة وما ححرق عليكم شو اللي صار اليوم. تابعوا وراح تعرفوا النتيجة وراح تعرفوا شو اللي صار مع فريق فالكون، ولا تنسوا تضغطوا لنا على لايك وسبسكرايب، خلي اعلانتنا تكبر، ما ضل اشي لل200 مشترك. انجوي.
Crew versus PRK. Crew versus Falcons for top 8.
The lone survivors from their regions here at the World Championship. One more best of 7 to decide who makes it to top 8.
It has been a tough road for both squads. Crew and Falcons losing to European teams. BDS taking down Falcons. Crew losing to Liquid. Now, all your chips are on the table. One best of 7 is left for both of them to get to the top 8. Saudi Arabia versus Brazil. We're underway.
And how do you handle that type of pressure on your shoulders? The entire region looking at this
Smash the first half of that series. And really, Brad was having issues staying alive in the rotations. Oh, to those for Brad. He's got to clean up that back line. He has to be the reliable third man for Crew in this series.
And I think this is a very interesting series given the fact that they have played in that wild card stage. Crew, to be honest with you, Jorby, they had a horrible start to that game. 3-0 in favor.
When they made it the whole way to the grand finals, that's the type of form that TRK and company are in. Behind the ball, Ahmad push it down. Right now, it's a dead game for both teams. No one able to put on pressure.
And we expect a tug of war right now between both teams, which is what we're seeing. Rafinho off the ceiling, wanted a solo play, simply trying to outpace Team Falcons. If you're Crew, sending one player forward isn't enough, but 2 in the mix certainly is.
That's a good start for Crew. A nice pass downfield, catching TRK out, who ended up having to backflip, realizing he wasn't going to get to that first 50. But TRK came up expecting a challenge the whole way in the attacking corner from Ahmad. It doesn't come, and they get a hard pass. Crew take advantage.
And we even got a nice little fake there. I believe it was Brad behind the ball. It looked like he was going to get a touch and send it to the corner. Left it for the striker. But how about this quick pass in between Team Falcons? TRK and Ahmad trying to do a bit of pass themselves.
Crew back on defense. Rafinho gets a couple of touches. TRK looking for a way in. Khaled turns on the ball. Brad's able to push it away. Crew at a long pass. TRK gets it across. A bit jagged there from Falcons. Now Crew downfield. Brad, hard shot. Goal for Brad.
And this is the perfect counterattack. Rafinho, look at this first touch. Gets around one player. Ahmad could have challenged it. Left it for Rafinho to find Brad all the way on the opposite side. 2-0. Perfect start for Crew.
It's a pair of long passes for Crew and just hard shots from the midfield line that go in. The Crew not having to work too hard in the blue half to get those goals, catching Falcons out on a couple of those opportunities.
Doesn't look like they're focused on sustaining pressure at this moment. Instead, finding solid counterattacks to break down Team Falcons. This is a much different approach from Crew in comparison to their first matchup in the wild card. Very composed.
Ahmad looking for a way out, drops in
Off the post, it doesn't matter. You just want to run the clock down. Team Falcons have to get a goal if they want to stay in contention in game number 1.
The high ball here for Falcons, leaving it for Khaled. Khaled could do anything to control it, and it's taken away again.
Rafinho,
Brad back
double
to Rafinho,
tap.
and the board was
he got
covered,
it.
but Ahmad missed it. He had no boost.
Huge whiff off the backboard. Ahmad, he had so much time to set this up. I think he jumped to find that backboard landing, and with no boost in the tank, you're not going to find a touch. 3-0 for Crew.
Just comes down to those challenges earlier. Turtle, you talked about how good Falcons were in that challenge game, in their previous games, but this time, they're not winning them. They lost those passes in the midfield. Hard shots beat them in game number 1.
Well, it's mainly because Crew have hit the brakes in this first game, Jorby, against Team Falcons. A completely shift in their strategy.
Shut out in game 1. They're gonna have to find something a little new to get by this Crew squad.
And I still think it comes back to that point, Jorby, we were talking about. Those 50-50s, the challenge game from Falcons was so good previously. Ahmad, maybe with a flip reset, he could spark a little bit for Team Falcons.
Brad trying to go for the bump. He's had a lot of success on air dribble bumps in the tournament.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't connect on one there. Trevino taking it up against TRK on the wall. A lax rotation here from Brad, but now he's gonna push forward. Goes with a soft touch, not great control. Falcons gonna get out here.
This is a chance now for Ahmad, who's again behind the ball. This man seems like he could do no wrong previously. A bit slow, not finding the proper solo challenges. He's looking for a bump off the backboard. Good aggression from Team Falcons and strategy against Falcons. Unable to have a good form of possession. The double tap from TRK. This man flying high.
Welcome to the lobby, TRK. You were wondering when this was gonna happen. Snorley off the ceiling, perfect read on the double. And Brad, a tough angle to come up across. Didn't have a good launch. TRK takes him out.
There were multiple moments for Team Falcons where we expected better mechanics. Maybe it just took game one to get warmed up because that was on another level.
Breakout opportunity for Falcons. Now a chance to hold on to this lead, TRK. That's been an offensive powerhouse in this tournament. Get it going again for Ahmad. Ahmad, reset for him, but well followed again by Crew. Taking the ball away from him on the backboard, a clear out. Falcons are forced to come back, but now Crew are missing the boost part of the equation.
And they're missing that midfield boost in particular that you were talking about, Jorby. TRK from the backboard, Rufino, good touch, not finding anybody. They're getting clears, Jorby, but not to any specific teammate. Even this one from Brad.
Keep for Falcons, gives Crew possession again on the reset, and the bump! And Drops gets through!
Brad, just send this man forward, let him do all the dirty work, and Drops will pick up the pieces. Flip reset over TRK, and Brad deletes that goalkeeper.
Brad came up from behind, Drops on that side of the field, recognizing immediately on the wall. Just turns off Cam, and he's going, opening up the gap. Big response from Crew. Falcons looking for another opportunity, but again, while they've spent time in the third turtle, the opportunities have been few and far between. Not just for them, though, for both teams.
Well, it's mostly because Falcons have gotten increased awareness for the counterattacks, but hold on a second, a lot of space. TRK had to dodge the demo.
He's got it. TRK quickly up the wall. What a scoop. Can they generate something off of this? Ahmad gonna collect the boost. Gonna let it bounce. Taking some space, letting TRK develop it in front of him off the wall. Drops in some trouble. Go for TRK!
And you feel for Drops in this situation. He's got to do so much work. He just picked up that corner boost. Brad doesn't get the best 50-50. And while Drops did find a touch, he can't get the follow-up. No challenge, no effort. And Falcons take the lead.
Great job from Ahmad, letting that play develop in front of him, letting TRK create a little bit of chaos in front of the net.
Reset.
Crew, though, here they come up again on offense. Weak shot's not gonna get it done. Brad trying to cut the counterattack off.
And at this moment, Crew, they have to risk something. Counterattacks have not been fruitful. Holding possession has been at least an option for them, but with 8 seconds left, they've got to make a move.
Well, but Falcons on the right, not a lot here. Looking downfield for Drops, but it's covered. Ahmad already in the sky. Brad drops it down, and Falcons tie the set.
And this,
he Drops, who sits in the front of that rotation a lot. He still was, but wasn't as effective. Falcons were cutting them off high in the air. Drops not able to find those go-ahead lanes that Crew found in game one.
all about creating some type of space. And they were doing that in the transitions, but like I mentioned in the last game, Falcons have patched up the defense, not allowing any counterattacks to come in or even look optimal for Crew Esports. But here's a counterattack, Drops behind one. Brad's also looking for the demo, but Ahmad by himself on the goal line, under pressure, gets the save.
Swift move from Drops, but Falcons able to parry him right off the line. Trevino, hard boomer. And there, downfield. Oh, did he get it for Drops? Another shot, and then Trevino just beats the defense.
And a little part of me wishes that this initial shot from Drops would have been in. He got the flip reset, almost got that double tap, but Rufino's got his back covered. And with just one little flip reset, a counterattack, Crew Esports taking the first goal.
And Crew, again, that wild card, knowing how badly it had gone for them. They could only recover halfway through the series. This time, trading blows with Falcons, meeting them at their level instead of feeling like they need to keep up at their level. Everyone on Crew contributing, but Falcons gonna make them work for every single inch.
And I'm also not seeing Crew extend too far forward and try to abuse the speed. Nice pass out to the midfield. Ahmad, unfortunately, met by a goalkeeper, and a good 50-50. Those moments were not happening previously for Crew, as Drops has to backflip off the ceiling. and down in front of their net it goes.
I believe it was Trevino who got demoed on the back end. He gets harassed by TRK, and the pop-up, Trevino would have been the one to end up going for that, and another bump from TRK. Falcons outboxing Crew right now.
I mean, they're just sending TRK forward and letting him do all the damage and easily clean up with some tap-in goals. Here he is again, behind the ball. What more does he have to offer? Another bump opportunity. It's just gonna be a solo play.
Oh, you see TRK in the air with space. That's something nobody on the other team wants to see. A perfect reset, tap on the side, Brad. No chance for him. And Falcons, how about that for the game-leading goal?
At this point, you've got to keep your head on a swivel for that man, TRK, in specifics. He has been so...
And to block the 50 out, the rest of Crew had to
Nobody's
rotate behind him.
counting.
But where is the follow-up from Crew?
Where's the defense? It's getting picked apart by one man in particular, TRK. He must have been scared. Brad was in the net, expected Ahmad to take a shot earlier on. One fake and one shot gets them the third goal.
Trevino or Brad back into the net, drops over in the corner. But they're playing the 50 in the midfield. Somebody's got to be ready for that follow-up. They can't just let two players on Falcons play free ball in the third.
Yeah, and if there's one team in this tournament who knows how to punish with fundamental rotations, is 100% Team Falcons. These guys barely miss a beat, barely miss a step, and they're showing you just how frustrating that can be to play against. Your defense has to be flawless. Brad, under 2 minutes to go, can he get his team back in?
Crew looking for it, just trying to keep it away, but does not want to give Falcons any more possession. And back behind it again, Ahmad cuts rotation, coming back in, TRK on the wing, looking for what might be the winner. A fourth goal, but Crew are done yet, drops, full field clear, right into the Falcons net.
Across the entire pitch, this started in front of his goal, and he took it to the other side. Full field air dribble, they're within one.
Well, TRK was opening things for Falcons. Drop is trying to burst it wide for Crew, but they need one more. And now drops a little bit of space. TRK in front, Trevino on his wing. That's been tough. The challenge game has become a lot cleaner from Falcons. Trevino back underneath. Khaled takes it.
They're taking the boost too.
Brad's got it underway.
This is a good chance, but what a deny from Team Falcons. TRK, 50-50 all the way to the other side. That's going to waste more and more time. Let his teammates get boost. But Crew are starting to set up another counterattack play. Of course, deny.
That's a quick response there from Brad. They set that up for the air dribble bump. Quick follow-up off the ceiling. Crew starting to hunt. Have enough in their sights. Falcons have been able to get to every touch. Still getting there. Khaled forced on the wall. One deleted, that's Ahmad. He'll be a little delayed. A Crew taking their time.
They got the demo as well. This could lead to something for Crew Esports. They need an answer. 40 seconds to go. TRK got the bump. Now he's going to steal the boost. Opt to go back on the backboard. And it's a passive approach, just keeping this ball deadlocked in the corner.
Surprised Brad was able to get another chance at that ball. He slapped it into TRK. It'd make it hard for him to catch it out, but now Crew might have the break. Brad slips over, TRK's there.
Drops in the air, in the midfield, nice first touch, but he doesn't have the boost to follow it. Brad's making some damage, drops, 1v1 solo play opportunity.
Back again to Trevino, tries to force it out. Next is up is Brad. Drops on the wing, looking for it with 10 seconds left.
Oh, Khaled, nice 50-50. There's still space off the backboard, this could be it. Drops is harassing the net, the final shot comes through, but it's not strong enough, and there's still a chance.
He had one free touch, it was too hard, and it's into the ground. Falcons take the lead.
And louder by the second.
They're finding their voice. It's been a tense one. Not a lot of high-flying action, but a gritty game of 50-50s, of out-positioning the other, of finding the space where there doesn't really seem to be a lot of it. And now Crew, they've taken their time out. Gotta find a way to tie it now.
Oh, this is a good start too. Drops, stole the boost. Leaving for a follow-up out of Trevino, and he's just trying to go crazy in this corner. But oh no, this man behind the ball. You don't want to give him space! Why does this keep happening?
Brad is stuck, he's frozen, he's waiting for a challenge from his teammate, but then there's a Falcon right there who plucks him right out of the net, and it opens the door for TRK. A beautiful play from Falcon.
And you were absolutely right. You mentioned Ahmad doing the dirty work in that play. Yes, it's flashy, it's beautiful from TRK, but you know who's on the ground in the trenches doing more work? It's Ahmad, going for bumps, creating the space for TRK.
Falcons, they stuff Crew's timeout. with a quick goal in the first minute. And again, space for TRK. Has to close this one down. Not a lot of boost. Sizes up his rotation. Just tries to play the 50. He gets it over. Trufino forced back to the opposite side.
Let's see how they transition. Trufino behind the ball, focusing on your 50-50s. It's much better cleaned up from that last series. Drops above Ahmad. Still looking for another challenge. Can't take the boost. TRK, good recovery. Whoa, and just like that, Falcons already on their way out.
Drops. It's a little time to look at this one. He opened the gate for Crew last time, but he gets bumped off the ball on his air dribble. Trufino backing up. It's a good 50. You see Khaled getting harassed on the back line. Drops trying to create a little more chaos. Brad diving from the midfield line. He at least gets the touch. Trufino faking the first challenge. Gets it back to the opposite side, but Crew are still struggling to find a rhythm.
But I do like the fact that we're getting a little more risk.
You see Drops, he's trying for that 50. Too low behind the ball. Ahmad knows. Drill into the ball as hard as possible. You're going to win it. We're talking about 50-50s, and Trufino gets all 100.
You hold on for long enough, and a little bit of luck, a little bit of fortune might come your way. Dunking O'Khaled, and it's also flying straight into their net.
You take what you can get for Crew. The 50s have not gone your way. Eventually one works, and that can be enough to reset the mind here. But Falcons, quick on the kickoff.
Man.
Oh, what a move!
Over one.
Oh!
Look at the finesse, that first touch. Beautiful.
He's too slick, Turtle. He takes it off the ceiling, gets it underneath. Oh, what a pretty goal.
Just a nice little cut under the ball, chip it over one defender. And I'm not even worried about that second man rotating in, Ahmad. It's not TRK behind the ball this time.
Ahmad in the front. TRK trying to punch him back even further. Less than 2 minutes here for Crew to get it going again. Looking for the pass, a little fake out from Drops.
50.
But wow, what Ahmad and TRK have done. He's happy to just sit back and let his boys work. Another pass for Crew, and another cutoff for TRK.
Doesn't need to do much, but you know who does? Crew. One goal required just to even the score line. They clear to the opposite side, Crew Esports. What else do they have? This feels so flat. Something has to budge on offense.
It might come with Drops. He gets the bump on Khaled, but TRK was also there. Brad trying to crash it. Trufino tries to make his way through, but there's nothing there for Crew. They look for an opening, but they just find one giant wall. Falcons, are they gonna hold him here at the end of zero? Khaled stuffing it, the rotation again. Stuffs everybody, and he shows up at the end. But a bounce on the ramp. One more try for Drops. He ain't giving up yet.
I like this attempt, flip reset, over one for Phoenix up in the air, flying high, another 50-50, and somehow they've kept it up, Torby.
Oh, he let it go! Oh, he let it go, he drove away from it! You gotta pop that one up! You did it!
Sports.
You saw a shot of the blue wall, no doubt, getting ready for the next match with K Corbank Complexity, but we may have one or more games left here in this one. Falcons have played so cleanly past game one, and they keep it going. This is part of what's been so difficult for almost every team here to beat them.
The last hope.
Didn't quite find it. Khaled, a slow touch. That's not actually a heavy touch.
Brad,
and a
counterattacks
slow
are back.
And there he goes! These are the only goals that Crew are getting, but when they get them, they nail them.
And it's clean. Similar to game one, a nice clear out to the opposite side, and then a booming shot from the midfield. Accuracy on point, power on point, and Crew Esports gain the lead.
Still feel like Crew are gonna need a little bit more than that.
Oh, no.
And that's why. That's exactly why. Falcons, they've owned the majority of these kickoffs. And while Crew hasn't got punished yet, this time, a perfect kickoff for Falcons.
Think about the last game, Jorby. As soon as Crew were able to get that dunk goal, immediately slapped back down to earth by Team Falcons.
That's just Falcons, they've gone for that kickoff in the past. It's so lethal when they execute it, when you get the 50 right, and it just jets out right to your teammate. A perfect shot as well. And you gotta love that from Falcons. What a play.
Here we go. Back.
Punch the ball out. Still tied up. Have stabilized. Khaled deleted. Hard shot again, trying to bump them out. Finally some demos for Crew and a little bit of pressure.
But the demos never work. Even if you're harassing the goal line, Falcons have remained calm this entire series. TRK, we've seen what he can do before. What a quick deny, and that's got to be a big statement for Crew.
Still getting to the 50s in the corner though. Little boost steal. Khaled with nothing in the tank. Brad can come in, force it
It's
across.
across.
There he is, but saves again. Both commit from Falcons. It's a free ball in the third. Drops can't do anything with it.
Falcons are so fast to get back in rotation. It looks like they're sending two. It looks promising for Crew Esports, but there's always a player in the
he
spot to get the dunk, to find the save, and save Falcons from disaster.
Crew are trying. They're trying to find an angle. They're diving for it. They can feel the frustration. Brad,
tap.
2 touches, but he just missed it. Shot denied again. TRK.
The defense, it can't break for the Falcons.
Not over,
Trevino,
though.
what else?
Back in the corner. They protect their own boost.
TRK, nice solo, 50-50.
Back to Ahmad with a big clear.
One massive clear, needs to relieve some type of pressure, but a good response from Drops.
Trying to can open that play. Trevino, can he get it across? At the end of regulation.
Are they gonna do it?
Falcons have had some struggles getting clears, but
We get a buzzer
TRK finally
beater.
blows through. A big miss. Puts
Brad.
just gets the touch.
It's gonna bounce.
They're gonna play it. Trevino drops it.
Pre-jump.
Drops. No, it's not enough. Overtime.
He even got the flip reset. Crew knocking on that door. Falcons won't answer. Good kickoff. It could be revenge, but it's saved. TRK across the net.
Just in time. Trying to set it up. Drops. Getting in front of it. Drops trying to force the 50. Khaled gets there. Brad. Let's
Doesn't have
get
a lot
back
of
up. Khaled gets it out. But next up, Trevino. What's he got in the tank? Trying to get over Ahmad. He's finally broken through one. He bumps to another. Brad didn't believe in the play, but he got the dunk. Brad breaks the boom.
It all came down to Brad. He hit the brakes, let the defense panic, and dunked the life out of Team Falcons in Game 5. He waited.
Falcons would love to represent the Middle East in the top 8. What's it gonna be?
This is the first time the Falcons will have to face some adversity and adjust against Crew Esports, who have roared back after getting beaten and bruised in the first few games, and their defense already tested.
Goal on the 50, not gonna work out for Falcons there. Precarious. TRK just back in time. Crew immediately on the 50. Brad getting there in time, and Brad's been getting faster, getting to those challenges a lot quicker. He was slow a little earlier, losing those challenges to Ahmad, a little uncomfortable. This time though, Brad a little faster.
Brad and Trevino, it came down to them showing up off the backboard. You've got to get a read. 2 mistakes, both whiffing. Falcons punished.
2 whiffs don't make a right. They make a goal for Falcons. You can't commit like that. Somebody's got to get a touch.
Something needed for Crew. Any touch, it doesn't matter what it is. Letting the ball bounce off the backboard will only lead to more pain in this series.
Oh, Ahmad. Almost a scary one, but he gets back. Not gonna wait in the midfield. Just waits for Ahmad to pinch that ball right back out to him. Crew battling for the midfield.
I like this dribble attempt and monstrous 50-50. Crew have found more and more offense while the defense now shaken up. It's almost like they can't find the proper balance. It's either too aggressive, too offensively minded, or too passive.
Trevino almost gets caught out.
he missed
now
again.
He misses the ball! Ahmad punishes!
Where is the backboard defense? Crew Esports, mechanical issues plaguing them. Trevino can't get the touch, he's not in the proper position, and Brad has to try and recover. Pre-jump save, not enough, and Falcons 2-0 on match point.
It's certainly not how you build momentum after a tough win. For these mistakes to come out, the double commits, the miscommunication continues to plague Crew.
They've got to fix it up, Jorby. Otherwise, this game will get out of their own reach. 3-0. That might feel, or even be, impossible against Falcons. It's all up to Crew Esports and their response.
We saw Space Station do it against Rule 1. Ahmad flips over one. Trevino last man back, trying to protect the retreat for Crew.
Second man too late.
Oh!
Out of Crew, he got bumped. Goalkeeper gone. Goal given to Falcons.
Mr. Consistency is Ahmad. Off ball, on ball, into the net for Crew. See you later.
Oh, I think he just got smacked to outer space. Out of the way, says Ahmad. And the third goal given to Falcons.
Some hard-fought wins for Crew, but Falcons have exploded out here on Neo Tokyo. Oh, TRK, a bit of a pirouette there. Trying to hang on. You're talking miracle mode here for Crew.
I mean, you feel like they have to get one. The next 30.
Oh,
The
there.
drops, the
Oh!
shot on target, and they've got a winning chance.
He finds the angle, whips out the protractor, and keeps Crew alive. Thanks to Trevino with the chaos. Whips the left, gets the bump and finds the impossible.
How does he get that angle? 9 times out of 10, you hit the post, but Drops is just built different.
They bought themselves a little bit of time, a minute 26. Down by 2. Always got to expect that Falcons attack, though. It has been lethal with Ahmad at the front, TRK right there behind him. And then with Khaled just making those soft touches in midfield. Made life difficult here for Crew.
Where's that South American MVP, Trevino? He can show up. We've got a lot out of Brad, we've got a lot out of Drops, and we've also got a lot of mistakes out of the defense. 3-goal lead for Falcons again.
It's a complete disaster for Crew in the midfield. Drops, he jumps for it, yet no boost. And it's just wide open, maybe expecting Brad to be back. But nobody was back, nobody's home. And Falcons are looting the entire house.
And this has turned into a pattern between these two teams. They matched up again in the wild card. It was a 4-2 victory for Team Falcons. It might be the exact same scoreline. 51 to go. A miracle needed for Crew.
How about the story for Falcons? It's been a while for them. To get this far, they've gotten 9th through 12th a couple of times at majors. They come here at the World Championship. Not since London in spring did we see them such a force. But here they are now, making a statement to get into the top 8. There's no time left here for Crew. Falcons, an incredible series for them.
Another one.
And it's all because of this man right here, Ahmad, making a pay.
TRK got us into this series, but Ahmad absolutely closed it out for Team Falcons. There's no getting back into this one. Falcons, the team that originally put MENA on the radar, on the map, got us all to notice them. And here they are, making top 8, securing a playoff spot at the World Championship.
And Crew will pick up a goal here. Trevino will pick it up. But South America definitely taking their lashings in this tournament. Falcons really being the one handing them all out. Falcons are undefeated against South American teams. They alone own this region.
They own the region. They own Neo Tokyo. They own this series. And what a performance. And we also have to talk about, I think we haven't been mentioning Khaled at all. He's been the glue for this roster, letting TRK do some work, letting Ahmad get himself involved on the play. And at the end of the day, it's going to be Team Falcons.
The rivalry that predates the Open Era, but some of the names have changed. Ahmad and Khaled have gone head-to-head many times with Europe's Golden Hornets. Alpha 54 has his sights set on a crown of his own. The semifinals will only accept one champion of the skies. It's time for the playoffs!
The RLCS 22-23 finally comes to its first quarter-final, and Stumpy, in the battle of birds versus bees, who's going to come out on top?
Vitality certainly have that crowd favoritism behind them. Right behind us, we have got drums, we have got French people, we have got sheer excitement. However, as we've seen all around Europe, when you have a home team favourite, the rest of the arena, for some reason, decides to root against them. Vitality, our reigning major champions, the favourites coming into this competition as well.
But don't take anything away from the Falcons returning to form and becoming back to the top of the MENA tree. Already the furthest here, guaranteeing this top 8. Here's TRK. He was shooting so well earlier, and I'll tell you what, Stumpy, if they are to take down Vitality, he has to sink chances like that one.
It's early pressure for Vitality, but Falcons, we saw just how fantastic they were a little bit earlier on. Even against Crew, we saw Vitality was underperforming, and yet they managed to work through, get to this quarterfinals. Both teams earned their spots here. Great passing play, TRK to Khaled, but then that man, what a guy he has been for Vitality ever since joining.
Early pressure for Team Vitality, but down the other end is Redostin. He flip resetted it onto the goal line. It was saved just about. Zen tries to put it home. Zen comes in again. Now after tracking back, Redostin, it was his shot earlier actually. Oh, Khaled keeps the attack going. You said he's been quiet, but he's done everything needed for Falcons to be devastating yet again.
Falcons so far have the best offense in the main event as well. They are devastating on attack. But when you look at the other side, Vitality, they have got the best defense in the main event so far. They've conceded the least number of goals and conceded the second least number of shots. This is an all-out shooting gallery against the Bees.
Yeah, you're already seeing why that defense is so hot. 3 saves have been made from decent chances from the Falcons. We're trying to force the ball in. Vitality just have this presence about them that anything short of perfection is barely going to make them break a sweat. Radosin is making Falcons.
Radosin with one reset. He goes two! Radosin with an opener!
Bouncing up and down on his chair and leaving his fans doing the same thing. The flip reset was on as soon as he went
What an
up.
intercept.
Alpha helped him and Team Vitality take their lead.
Diving in front, getting that secondary contact. TRK was there quite handily to get the save, in fact. And around half-time, that is Vitality with the good lead. Khaled with one flick, finds Ahmad, finds his shot, but crossbar. That is the third going central, but intercepted. TRK goes wanting that ball even longer. Ahmad from the backboard, a minute approaching. And Vitality, that 1-goal lead, may well be exactly what they needed here in the first map.
Ahmad is hoping that Alpha will make a mistake. Radosin, he does have 1 or 2 mistakes in him. Falcons will be hoping that happen here. He normally rallies though.
And we say, yeah, you say that he rallies. They had 1 or 2 mistakes in him and they won a major. Radosin is still an incredible player no matter what we have seen from him. 45 seconds, starting to tick down. Radosin's side with 1 reset, can't get the second touch. Alpha, a low 50, and we've seen how important those low 50s can be. Zen, intelligently, doesn't go for a shooting chance on that. Sees that if he goes for it incorrectly, it may well not find its way in. Alpha, ground pitch chance, and Vitality pressure building.
Yeah, here it comes. Radosin to the ceiling. He loves these ceiling plays. Scored winners in majors from them. Another shot comes in. Ahmad sends it out wide, and Ahmad can chase. 20 seconds left now. Zen has the ball. That's a problem for Falcons. Zen flip resets it almost over TRK. Radosin's waiting underneath. It's Zen that it falls to. Zen's going to keep it going. More Team Vitality pressure all the way to the end. Sprinting to the finish line. Alpha's there. TRK in.
Final 5. Falcons not been able to get out of their own half for the last minute or so. Khaled in his back corner has to get something special. He fails to do so. Vitality. The drums from the passion we are hearing from those Vitality fans behind us. The Golden Hornets are buzzing, as are their team on the pitch.
They go to game 2, and Falcons will know they had opportunities in game number 1. TRK had a golden one that he couldn't quite put on target. That has to change now. There's a couple of Vitality players in each other way. Alpha continues the job, charging down Zen as well. Rare mistake from Team Vitality's normally supreme rotation. As Zen is up against Khaled, Zen pushes it forward. Team Vitality hoping just to have a few seconds to breathe here.
30 seconds in, and those seconds to breathe are going to be a little bit shut down as Falcons now begin to push. Zen, that side wall, forgoes the ball, instead goes for the wall.
Oh!
Khaled with one double tap off the ground. Khaled to shoot, but Zen bumps Radosin, somehow secures a save.
It's better looks though for Falcons. Oh, Khaled's rotating in on the back of TRK's play. He waits, he goes for the bump, he gets it. Ahmad's in! And Ahmad opens the door for the Falcons!
Sheer patience from the Falcons. TRK low, Radosin and Zen playing that Canadian goal line defense. No, after you, no, after you. Instead, Ahmad rudely punts it home. 1-0 Falcons.
French-Canadian, if you will.
45 seconds elapsed and Falcons with that lead. 1 goal was just about enough for Vitality in that first game. Alpha bumped away.
Khaled in his way now. Both teams just trying to chuck brick walls at each other. Alpha, though, he does the simple thing, and Alpha gets his flick.
The drawing goal for Vitality comes from the captain. Takes his time, that patience from both teams working wonders. Alpha with a flick over one and a tap and smash past the second secures the complete parity in the temple.
With the 1v1 skills on the Falcons team, it will feel extra fun for Team Vitality to get a floor-based goal too. They'll be enjoying that one. TRK is just going to wait for Alpha's touch. It's over the top of him. Team Vitality, are they able to turn this through, or can Falcons get it right back out the hole? TRK charge into the center. Khaled's in there now. Ahmad to the side, trying to get the read on Team Vitality. Falcons staying on the front foot, despite conceding the equalizer.
And that pressure is something that you need to do versus Vitality. You sit back and you basically concede the game. We saw Space Station. Their game plan versus Vitality, despite going down 4-1, was the right thing to do. You try and shut them down. Shut down Zen, shut down Alpha, and you get a good game plan. They were just unable to do it to the quality that they needed to. Falcons, they may well have that kind of ability. Alpha forgoes 1 ball. Zen with a lackluster shot.
Yeah.
The fake from Radosin allowed that chance, but now a long shot from TRK. Leaks its way home.
1 pass too many from Zen down one end, and down the other, TRK can just say thank you very much. She shoots it, it wraps its way into the back of the net. Alpha couldn't quite get there, and nor could Zen. 2-1 Falcons. What a turnaround. A slight mistake from Team Vitality. Perfection isn't possible, even from them. And Falcons, they can punish. They're a team that's been used to being sent to the back ropes throughout their regional season. Now they have to do it on the world stage. 2-1 up in game 2, playing well, playing back to their best. So far, as mentioned, only one game has been scored against Team Vitality in 2 matches. Utter domination from the Frenchmen, but Falcons pushing them as far as anybody can.
90 seconds
In
tick.
the end, the ball is sent right back to the corner. Ahmad tries to get a nudge on Radosin, but Radosin's too fast for it. And he has the ball too. He goes for the edge. Well, can he get the bump? He doesn't need to. Alpha's there. Oh! Team Vitality show no brilliance!
The double tap gets the second goal for the Bees. Radosin fakes out one. Alpha is there for that venomous punch. The net is punctured. 1 minute remains.
And you can see Falcons coach deep in conversation already. They are not waiting till they're 2-0 down before having a conversation.
This final minute vital for Falcons. They've had the lead for the majority of this game. Radosin sends it towards that right-hand side. Instead, the ball is picked up by Khaled, caught by Alpha. Another flick. Will it be deja vu? It's a pass back. Radosin, that's on target. It's weak, but it was placed with precision.
Khaled had to invest all of his boost just to get there, though, and still he's scrambling for pennies. 13 on the goal line. He's spinning around, hoping something will fall for him. And it's not the ball. Here it is now. He can just dodge it away. Radosin's up. The demo comes in too. Vitality could sink it here. Here's Radosin. He gets it underneath one. But Khaled again from the side is the savior.
Double defenders needed for Falcons on every chance. We're seeing Vitality really push, shutting down that Falcons offense as often as they can. But these 2 goals have held firm for Falcons so far.
Shot.
Khaled with one shot. It stays past. It's the third, and Falcons secure the lead with 11 seconds remaining.
Khaled waves away the criticisms as he places this ball deftly into the back of the net. The conversations with the coach do pay off, but there's still 11 seconds. Team Vitality, they will have plays like this in their playbook. On Ferrer's whiteboard, it's for moments like these.
Relatively standard kick-off and a long shot from Khaled. He's going to be pushing Vitality back into their half. Sten has to get this long, but TRK, the man, going to be standing in the middle. It drops down. Khaled, great defense, and Falcons level our series.
Top play they needed. This is the team that made the grand finals of last year's spring major. Top 8 in Worlds. They've been here before, they've done that. Ready. Can they go one step further? That's a pretty big wall they have to get over first.
Worth mentioning too, that bear in mind Vitality weren't even at last year's Worlds. They of course had a very different roster, but Alpha, he didn't attend. Falcons, they did.
So extra experience on the side of Falcons, at least in the sense of Zen and Radosin, but you wouldn't know that so far. Team Vitality have taken to this like a duck to water. Of course they have. Alpha, he sends it forward. TRK had no momentum.
Demo.
But still was able to get a solid punch on the ball. Ahmad waits for it to bounce. Falcons showing their own defensive discipline now, allowing Vitality to come at them.
Then, intelligently from that left wall, goes low, gets the reset. Khaled to be there to defend, but sending 2. As the shot on target, the crossbar goes down. Alpha Central, Radosin fakes out the touch. Alpha 54 credited with goal number 1.
A wee little cheeky one from Radosin there. Ahmad couldn't read him. Could have been a bump, could have been a redirect. In the end, it was neither, but it was good enough to get the goal.
Shows that you don't need to make contact all the time. If you can throw off the defender, you're going to be doing just as strong of a job. The opening minute will be ending with that Vitality lead. TRK passing central. Ahmad shoots, but Zen pushes his way forward.
Alpha almost showed that sometimes you do have to connect, particularly when you're defending and there's a Falcons player in the center, just waiting to pounce on any errors. Alpha, oh, he gets it past one as well, has the flip reset, which he turns into a wave dash. But sadly for him, the ball just goes back to Radosin.
Ahmad's positioning there, pushes far into the opposition corner, steals boost, and look at how low Vitality find themselves. The Falcons, they need to push soon, as the boost is very much on their side. The pass from Ahmad is beautiful, all started with his boost steal.
The plays from Falcons making Vitality sweat, but so far they're keeping their cool! And then Radosin forces the error!
A minute 30 and Ahmad falters. Radosin, he gets the dunk, and Ahmad a complete miss. He has boost to spare as well.
Radosin on Ahmad again. Ahmad is going to have nightmares about Radosin going for the ball, because Radosin is Vitality's chaos factor.
What I love seeing is TRK look to his teammates and say, boys, don't worry, shake it off, we're good. We've already got a game, 2 goals, it's okay. we can work build up soon.
They have all the ball, but only 4 shots to show for it. 11 on the side of Team Vitality. When they come forward, they're actually forcing danger, especially with misses like that from Ahmad. One error, you're gonna get sunk.
The pass from Zen, finding the corner. Ahmad misses it completely, playing a little bit too passive. And TRK, what do you expect from him? The third from Vitality. 2 for Alpha, 1 for Radosin, and a game win for the Beat.
Clearly, Radosin has got under Ahmad's skin. He was starting to believe you missed the ball and you definitely score. Sadly for him, it was the other team who scored. Zen might make it 4 as well, just Khaled in front of him. Zen flicks it and then retreats.
See the demo from TRK onto Radosin, perhaps a hint of what may well be to come. More demos needed for Falcons. That is what Space Station Gaming did so fantastically against Vitality and really made them sweat.
The question now, as this game's pretty much done, and Team Vitality continue to squeeze all the life out the ball and out of the game, is can Falcons build up anything to take into Game 4? Can they get a chance, a passing play, a demo, some way to frustrate Team Vitality to rock this mighty ship?
So far, we've only seen 6 shots come out from Falcons as well. They're being pretty much shut down. Game number 3, going the way of Vitality, leaving in favor of Vitality, but Falcons, they have forced their way through European crowds previously. We mentioned that Spring Major in last season. They had a lot of support there, they've got a lot of support now.
Falcons want to get things going. Team Vitality want to return to the norm with Radosin on the ceiling. Here's Zen now, he's going round. Yet to see a Zen wonder goal, which is a wee bit disappointing. 4 game waits, he shows his hand late. Oh man, can't quite get it past him, but the dunk isn't enough for a goal.
The ball barely finding its way past the halfway line. Alpha with a shot on target. Khaled's able to clear it away, but look at the boost for Falcons. It is reducing. It's getting a little bit scary, a little bit hairier. But Vitality now, they are forced to find their way back on defense. The offense from Falcons so far unable to find its way out. Zen had an open net, but shoots wide.
Yeah, Falcons have come across on the side far so far in this series, so Zen knew it would have to be speedy in order to get past them. Zen this time does take a touch for himself. Khaled is in there. Khaled wants to get the redirect maybe, instead leaves it to Alpha, who sends it forward for himself. TRK and Khaled at the near post, and that is beautiful control from TRK.
I love that touch. Takes it low, doesn't boom it, then reads that boom. Instead takes it low, makes sure that he takes his time, and patience. It really seems like that is a virtue in this game. Both teams are making sure they wait out any play that they get, because any touch is a virtue.
Falcons have rode out the storm so far from this mighty Team Vitality ship. Refusing to go behind when Vitality started well, but here's then he gets the flip reset. TRK was there.
They've not just ridden the storm cold, they have managed to match the storm. They have been just as electric and just as turbulent as Vitality have been here in the Colosseum.
Ahmad's up for that one. Knows it's going over though, so holds his boost. Great call.
Final 90 ticks down. It's top bend!
Just when it seemed that Falcons were getting back on top, Zen sniffed half an opportunity, slowed himself down, then sped up at the final second.
Sniping the perfect pixel, and Zen puts Vitality ahead. They're 2-1 in the series, they're 1-0 in the game. Falcons, they've had decent number of chances, the exact same number of chances, in fact, as Vitality. Both taking 4 shots in total. 1:15 to tick down. Another long ball into that blue half. Falcons, they need to push. Get more demos, lads. Make it 2v3.
Oh, that's great.
TRK tries to go for the edge roll bump, but returning in Falcons, they are down by 1. Radosin, yet more nuisance from him. Khaled gets bumped towards that goal line. It's open! And it's dead!
The roar from Zen. It was a simple goal, but how much did it mean? A game they had to battle for from beginning to end. They've not had it all their own way, but still, they have found a way.
Vitality fighting, and Falcons haven't been able to match them so far. A timeout call, I smell. I feel like we're going to be seeing it, but 3-1 down in the series is a very scary time to take it. Essentially a best-of-5 reverse sweep they're going to be looking at now.
This will not be enough for Falcons. Making it easy against as far as decibels go.
We've still got Sunday to come.
A big Sunday to come, Stumpy. A massive Sunday to come, but that's in the future. We're here right now. Team Vitality 1 game away from making it to the semi-finals.
Falcons, big chance had in that 1 extra minute. In this first 10 seconds, they've absolutely got the pressure to Ahmad to shoot early. but it's low, and it's Radosinho to clear it away.
O'Callaghan takes the touch though, Zen's underneath. Can O'Callaghan get past him, Zen? His 50-50 game was strong, but TRK sniffed it out himself. Took it to the... Both teams just trying to feel each other out yet again. It's almost like the tactical timeout has reset this series completely. Team Vitality, they're strong starters though. Ahmad's up, can he get this one to the backboard? Not quite! He doesn't need to, Falcons take the lead!
And the fake is incredible! What a pass from TRK, lost it high. Ahmad called away from it. It's a self-pass. And Vitality, they fell for the bait. Falcons lead.
I fell for the bait myself. I thought that was a pure miss, but on looking at the replay, he definitely meant to leave that one to a teammate.
Damned it.
That's the creativity you need to break through Team Vitality. Can TRK show more? He puts it into the corners, Zen's there. He picks up Radosin. Radosin on the most offensive game we've seen from them so far in this series. Ahmad, he wants to bump out Zen, he does, and the demo comes in, and O'Callaghan says thank you very much, and doubles the Falcons' lead.
It's 2 for the Falcons, and it's Khaled finding Ahmad. Couldn't quite find Zen. TRK with a beautiful demo. Khaled can snipe that bottom corner, and Falcons, they get a second.
Zen whacked from pillar to post. One gets the bump, the other finishes the job. He's not a prodigy, he's just our opponent. We're going to take him down. It could be TRK with the third as well from the kickoff. Oh, but there's no one there for Falcons.
And Falcons, when they score first, they have a 90% win rate in these games. They actually outdo Vitality in that stat as well, who only have an 86% win rate when they score first. So Falcons, this one near enough locked on, but 90 seconds tells a story in Rocket League.
Team Vitality came from 2 goals down in Game 7 against Carmine Corp at the Spring Major. And that was in Game 7 as well. If they can do it then, they can do it here. So don't count anything if you're the Falcons. The save, and maybe steals the game. Oh! Radosin, he's missed on land again.
A deadly pass, but nothing to come from it. Falcons, Game 5 is gonna be theirs. Vitality are hoping to make that 13, and Falcons want to smash any statistics that come their way.
And the Bees about to be squashed. We shall see. Zen, he's already up though, he's got control of it. What a goal this could be. Early doors in Game 6. TRK though continues his incredible performances here. He has to do more though. Zen to the backboard has
map number 6. Khaled has to get a touch away. But Alpha, he opens it up. The Bees sting.
You cannot miss against Team Vitality anywhere, especially there for Khaled. Alpha did one of my favorite things for players to do. He gambled on the miss. He got himself the goal, and his team had the lead once more.
We were talking about the Vitality win rate, or sorry, team's win rate when they go up. It is very favored. It's 86% that we see for Vitality. Falcons, as we said, they want to smash those stats. Khaled ekes it away from Radosin on that challenge.
Yeah, I love that from Khaled, cutting in from the side, showing his pace yet again. Team Vitality unable to download the flow of this game.
Team Vitality with that lead. Radosin central, on target! Oh! It's Radosin with the second, and Vitality excel!
They just keep up the pressure, Team Vitality. It's nothing too clever, nothing too special. Good old-fashioned rotational Rocket League. It's looking like it's going to be enough to clutch these Falcons from their flight.
2 minutes now gone, and Falcons, it's going to be a very hard job for them to be securing 2 bursts of Vitality with the lead. TRK, though, he's got the ability. Alpha goes long with that ball, nearly dunks on Khaled. Zen goes high with it. Ahmad to block.
Ahmad now has to step up, has to be his team's captain. He gets the ball again from TRK. Alpha saw the danger. TRK keeps it up, but there's a bump as well. And now Zen can clear long. Oh, Khaled to the skies.
Tell you what, we're seeing that over and over again as well. Zen and the rest of Vitality are going for long shots. They're saying to Falcons, boys, you can push us as much as you like, but if you leave that net open, then we are going to make sure that we capitalize.
Alpha wants to pick out Radosin, then he does. Oh, Khaled just gets in his way as quickly as he possibly can. Team Vitality continue this play style on the front foot. Ahmad and Khaled almost squeeze the ball into their own net, but then TRK turns it into an attack.
Under half of the game left, TRK versus Zen.
Oh.
A matchup for the ages, but Radosin sneaks his way in there. The leopard-printed warrior tries to go central with that chance. O'Callaghan isn't able to get it too much past Alpha. Keeps challenging against them and does come out with the balls. Then it's the second man to it.
One more goal from Team Vitality could well sink this one. Falcons doing a great job of ensuring that doesn't happen, but can they do a little bit more? TRK's in trouble. He gets it to Zen. It had to be Zen, and it is.
It's one apiece for Vitality. The final piece of the puzzle falling for Zen. TRK does what he can. The only man left in defense just was not enough. Vitality, it's 3, and they start to run away.
Still, Ferrer is in their ears. He will know almost 2 minutes is more than enough for 3 goals against. Professionalism pushed to the max by everybody at Vitality.
1 minute 40. It's Alpha on the open net. It's Vitality. They never give up. They never surrender. They keep pushing.
What a challenge. That is right there from Zen, and credit to Alpha as well in this game. Not only did he read a Falcons mistake at the start, he backed his brilliant teammate to get it past in such perfect fashion that he would have the easy finish.
4 goals is nigh impossible to work back from. But Falcons are a team that do not care about impossibility. They've been here before, they can do it again.
We've had 4-goal comebacks on this very map between Optic and FaZe in the final North American Regional. We're a long distance away from that right now, but just a little bit of hopium for Falcons fans as TRK backflips.
Finding anything from it. Armad challenges now. The final 10, it ticks down.
Vitality are going to take this one. It doesn't matter what happens from here. The team that have achieved as much perfection as anyone has ever managed will be the first